What do you think that men are doing wrong today? Like specifically men. Like, what do you think they're doing wrong the most in dating?
They're treating every woman that they encountered the same. They don't know how to differentiate between a good woman and a hoe.
That is very true. Yeah.
And it's because of the perception that they're getting,
Mm.
especially even with the approach.
Yeah.
Like, if you let a woman talk, or if she's interested in you, she gonna tell on herself. One thing that I notice about women when we approach a man is very provocative. We straight to the point. You fine as hell. I'm trying to, it is what it is. And women don't understand, like, you kind of knock yourself out the box when you come so hard. Like, you make them tense up. Like, not even on some predator prey, but like, now you done made it to where, like, you're like, oh, for real? Like, if you wanted to ever get to know him, or if you wanted to ever take it further, ball's not in your court no more. Like, you don't have the leverage, right? Because of the approach. And that's a typical thing. Like, even some of my lesbian friends, they go, girl, women real aggressive, right? So for men, like, especially in like my friend groups and things like that, or what I've just simply noticed from my own personal experiences, man will say some egregious shit. Like, there's no way you looked at my platform and thought you can approach me the way that you would with a IG model influencer. There's no way you thought that what you're saying to me, I would bite. And I think a lot of times that men think, hey, she's just full of shit. She just talking. Like, nah, I really hold true to my principles and my values. And I don't know about other
They're
women.
just testing
Like, it's not even they're testing me. They really don't know no fucking better.
you.
But it's social media.
Yeah.
Because the first thing that they'll go is, well, I seen that one post where you got your titties out, and it's like, okay, they look nice, don't they? Right. But what about those other 15 posts that you saw where my titties weren't even the point of contention, but you was listening to what I was saying and giving all them amens in the comments? So you should have known that that wasn't something I was going to be receptive to. Everything is hypersexual. I am a woman. I do admire my body. I love the way that I look. I'm very much so conceited. But also, too, if you want me to respect you, you got to set the precedent. Like, you respect me. And one of the things that I love about that Wale and Wale is an artist, and even Yo Gotti, like, Yo Gotti made a song, You Got to Get a Respect That You Earn, with Neo. That song will always hold true. You have to give the respect that you earn. And a lot of women, they don't understand that anymore. And that's why I have to pay so much homage to my support system, or my aunts and things like that. Because one thing about it, they always made me aware, you carry yourself like a lady. Carry yourself like a lady.
You got to be different from all the other women today.
No, I don't have to be different. I'm still a woman. My expectations are still the same. But there was a lot of truth in lady in the streets freaking the sheets. I'm still a woman. That's where people, they try to want to separate me. I'm not trying to say I'm better than other women, or I don't act like them. No, I have expectations of men, right? The thing is, I just don't treat you like you're just an object. I don't attempt to objectify men simply because men have always objectified women. I think that's the wrong way to kind of tailor it, because men don't want to be objectified, right? And so we're seeing a high level of objectification all across the board with every gender, and it's not healthy.
Yeah, no, I it's really crazy that, like, you kind of put it that way, because I haven't really seen it like that, I guess you could say. But yeah, it is on both sides, and we both do it. But it's just a different type of. It's because it's two different ways that we objectify each other, so it's really hard for us to notice it sometimes. I feel like the guys are objectifying, by looks, and the women are objectifying by their status or their money. So it's just it's very hard.
Or height, like being very insensitive, right? Because
do you think social media is the main reason why that's happening? What do you think it is?
I honestly think social media plays a contributor, but I really just think it's the option of choice now.
There's too many choices.
Yeah, and
so the dating apps also kind of
everything. It's a mass, right? Commonly, it wasn't a huge thing for people to internationally travel. It's never been. Like 10% of Black people.
That's something I talk about all the time too. Yeah,
like 10% or a little bit over Black people actually have their passport, right? So international travel was never something that we all considered as far as like dating. I'm only speaking for Black people because that's my experience. But as far as like other cultures and things like that, when you look at how America's set up, or where your parents, raised you, or we came from baby boomers, so they had us in certain areas of the country. Some of them left and put their children in certain areas, and Black came in different experiences. But wholeheartedly, like, now people are having doors open for them through education. So like, you're seeing like Black Boy Joy, little Black boys at 7, 8 years old be scholars, right? They're out of school and going to college way before they're actually developing, or even in puberty. Same thing with Black girls, they're making history now.
Mm-hmm.
These children that we're having now, they're growing up in a different mecca, because they have a lot of more opportunities afforded to them that allows them to see more experiences, like now the scholarship funds and things like that. I forgot the name of the program, but in college, not in college, in high school, I was a scholar, so my parents have always like been used to the exposure and stuff that I get. That's another thing. People think, oh, she's a social media influencer, she's not used to getting attention. No, like, I've always been on front of newspapers and all this other stuff. My parents are used to that. So I was having the experience of, like, I would have people reach out to me for an ambassadorship or things like that. I'd have been afforded the opportunity to go to Tokyo. I'd have been afforded the opportunity to go to DC. I actually was at Obama's first inauguration off of my educational opportunities alone. So when you consider that factor, and for me, when you come from a small town and you get out of where you are, your environment, you get to see the world from a different perspective, and you get to get influenced in a multitude of ways. It's not just your parents, your aunts, uncles, cousins, and the school system anymore. It's, hey, the world is pretty fucking big. And now we have the opportunity to just pick up our phone and go. So that makes a huge difference.
Yeah.
So yes, it is social media, but it's also like, you have people who are in like travel groups. So it's giving us the opportunity to like date long distance now. That shit wasn't common.
It's the globalized sexual
marketplace. It wasn't common. So now, whereas you thinking it's more efficiency, it's really not. Like, it gets worse. As you get older, dating gets terrible, because now you have to deal with somebody who's either mentally immature or they set in their ways. How you gonna fight that battle?
Yeah.
Hey y'all, Sergio here. I just want to mention I've created a completely free guide that shows you exactly how I went from having low confidence and being painfully awkward around women to easily meeting and dating numerous high quality desirable women in real life without the use of any dating apps or social media. So if you're struggling to get out there, if you have approach anxiety or don't know what to say or how to interact with women to make them want you, and are sick of using dating apps with low value girls that hundreds of other guys have been chatting with, click the link in the description below to grab your free guide right now. And if you want private mentorship with me personally to help guide you every step of the way in this process, check out my mentorship program in the description too. I would be happy to help you reach your dating goals and overcome any obstacle you may face. And trust me, if I can do it, you can do it too. I hope to see you soon. Peace out.